We all know that the Yankees need to get starting pitching this offseason, and we know the ways the Yankees can get starting pitching if they go through the free agency route. But let's talk about some trade options. Some ways the Yankees can bolster the rotation without spending a ton of money, but instead giving up prospects. So I have three players here, and I'm going to go over them in the order of most likely to be traded to least likely to be traded. And we're just going to talk about them and see who could be a Yankee next year. Who could the Yankees target? The first player is Dylan Cease. Cease is a 28-year-old starting pitcher currently on the White Sox. He has 2 more years of team control, free agent after 2026, and he has a lot of upside and a very high floor. Great bill of health. He has started 33 games last year, 32 the year prior, 32 the year prior to that. Just a clean bill of health. The thing about him, though, is that he's been very volatile. In 2021, he had a 3.91 ERA. In 2022, he had a 2.2 ERA and came second in the Cy Young voting. And then last year, he had a 4.58 ERA. He gets a lot of strikeouts, but has control issues. He's an interesting guy, because the White Sox are definitely looking to trade him. The White Sox are just not a very good team, and Cease is someone who could give them prospects and tools to help build a better future. So, should the Yankees try to get him? I think it would make a lot of sense. He has consistency to him. You know he's going to take the ball every 5 days, because he's just that healthy. And with 2 years of team control and that upside, it makes a lot of sense. Worst case, you get a solid piece in the rotation who will always be pitching and giving you innings. Best case, you have a potential Cy Young candidate in Dylan Cease. The next pitcher is Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Guardians. Bieber is 29 years old, and he will be a free agent after next season. Now, Bieber was really, really good a couple years ago. He won the Cy Young in the shortened 2020 season with a 1.63 ERA. But he's had some injury issues, which make me a little bit skeptical about him. Last year, he only pitched 128 innings and had a 3.8 ERA due to a lot of elbow issues. And elbow issues are not what you want to hear when it comes to a starting pitcher. His performance has also dropped off a ton since the sticky substance crackdown, so who knows if he can really be that great pitcher he was in years past without the use of pine tar and spider tack. Still, he would be a good guy to get in the rotation. 1 year of team control, so not a ton of versatility with him in that aspect, but the Guardians are not very good, and if they're looking to trade him, then I would be happy if the Yankees get Shane Bieber. He's another guy where he'll give you innings, maybe not as guaranteed as Cease, but he also has been really good. Really, really good. One of the best pitchers in MLB just a few years ago, and he could get back to that level. The last guy would be the best pitcher to get, because this is one of the best pitchers in baseball, Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burns is 29 years old and currently on the Brewers. Now, he, like Shane Bieber, has 1 more year until free agency. But Burns is just really, really good. Crazy healthy, always giving you 32 games started. And another thing about him, last year was a down season, and he had a 3.39 ERA. That was a down year for him, because in 2022, he had a 2.94 ERA. In 2021, a 2.43 ERA, where he won the Cy Young. He is ridiculously good. One of the best starters in MLB. Plain and simple. He is just consistent, low ERAs. The underlying metrics are always great with him. He is a ace. a true second to Garrett Cole, because on almost any other team in MLB, he's the number one. I cannot think of there are few teams where he is not the number one on them. He's that good. He is such a great pitcher. But if the Yankees want him, oh boy, would it cost a ton. Because he's really good, which increases his value. Plus, the Brewers were a good team last year. They won 92 games. They made it to the playoffs. So the real question is whether or not the Brewers want to spend the money to extend Corbin Burnes. And if they decide we're not going to extend him, they could try to trade him a year early to get a ton of prospects. And he would cost a ton of prospects to get. And then the Yankees would have to pay him a lot of money to remain on the team after next year. But a really intriguing option there is he would be a true second ace to Garrett Cole. So those are three options for the Yankees. Some pitchers who they could target. Cease, he's the easiest to get, the most likely to be traded. Bieber, not as likely, still possible. Burns, he would be amazing, but will the Brewers trade him? I don't know. But those are the three players. Tell me if I missed anyone. Who else could get traded? And who should the Yankees trade for this offseason?